You guys remember the last time we had a big old election roll around, how there was one platform in particular that ended up taking the dive for the rest of them, saying that, oh man, all that bad misinformation was going down on that one platform. I don't know why I stumbled over that word. But regardless, now it's getting bought up by Kanye West, and we'll see what he ultimately does. Seen that some information ended up getting leaking. That's a little embarrassing, but we'll see what happens when it ultimately gets ironed out. I tried to sign into my old account where I was actually gaining traction alongside, a lot of other people that were on there, but regardless, I guess I deactivated it back. I don't even fucking know what's going on with social media accounts in this day and age, regardless, but I seem to recall a lot of videos going on one platform that a president at the time of that said election was saying that it's a Chinese spyware. We need to get rid of it. Okay, they're using it to spy on some of our best people. Some of your kids, in fact, have it, and they use it all the time. It's very popular with the kids. Nobody wanted to pay attention. Nobody wanted to pay attention to TikTok. Now, did they? But now we take a look at this stuff, and just like Facebook, just like Twitter, just like Instagram, where was all that planning? Where was all that plotting? Where was all that quote-unquote misinformation going on? Yeah, everywhere except for where they wanted to point the finger at. Finger at. And this is just the latest in a long string of nonsense from this fucking degenerate platform. This is one of those platforms that I'm never going to use, okay? If I ultimately end up getting kicked off of YouTube, which is looking increasingly more and more likely, I will never, ever, ever start up a TikTok account. You can fucking quote me on that. Run it back if that ever does happen. Call me a hypocrite. But that shit is never gonna fucking happen. You will never see me with that stupid little fucking symbol next to my name up there in any form or fashion. Fuck that platform. It's an ADHD creator, and it's just fucking worthless content. Let's keep it $1.50. TikTok failed to prevent 90% of election misinformation. Yeah, no, exactly, because where does Biden get a lot? Where does he get a lot of his support from? The young, impressionable youth, okay? That's just kind of the Democratic Party in a nutshell, if we're just being honest about all this type of stuff. And where does the user base of TikTok skew? Increasingly younger folks. So why is YouTube with their shorts, Instagram with their reels, continuing to copy this format, the 35, 45, 50-second long videos? It's all on TikTok. It's legitimately all on TikTok. And all of those campaigns, I remember them, okay? The one that immediately pops to mind for pretty obvious reasons is the booty for Biden meme. That was going on TikTok back in 2020. Yeah, nobody wants to take that shit seriously. None of those trad cucks up there in the legislature want to touch any of that stuff. Oh, that's just nonsense. What could possibly be going on there? Yeah. If you don't take an active role in programming what's going on in your kids' minds, guess what? Somebody else will. And if left to their own devices, it's some of the worst shit out there. Anyways, let's take a look. Social media giant TikTok approved most political advertisements containing false and misleading information about U.S. elections, despite assurances from the company that it had a robust mechanism for detecting such content, a new report has found. Wow, imagine that. They don't give a fuck what's going on when it comes to certain important elections, but you know what they need to get off of that platform? Anything with Tate. Because that dude's actually out there empowering men. Nah, just continue to scroll through and just see a bunch of stupid broads fucking whipping their hair back and forth and then just popping up in lingerie. Good stuff you have over there. All that shit just gets reposted on YouTube Shorts. Everybody has seen that stuff as well. It's fucking cancer. TikTok approved 90% of advertisements that featured misleading and outright false information about the upcoming 2022 U.S. midterm elections. Wow! About this one as well, so it's just continued on and on. But don't worry, yeah, we'll take a look at it, just like whenever YouTube promises, well, we'll take a look at your appeal. Nope, you're not Ethan Klein. Cocksuckers. The report's results were based on an experiment conducted to determine how well social media platforms live up to their promises to stop disinformation capable of destabilizing democratic processes. That's right, Orange Man isn't on the ballot this time around, so it's not all that important. And you know what? Honestly, in my opinion, I wouldn't be messing with any of this stuff. But the fact that they enforce it selectively on one side of the aisle as opposed to, I don't know, either everybody, I would just rather have it on nobody, but that's just me. Call me an extremist. The experiment posted 20 phony ads with misleading or false claims across multiple platforms in both English and Spanish, specifically targeting audience in battleground states like Arizona, Colorado, and Georgia. I'm not too sure about what's going on in Colorado, but yeah, Georgia and Arizona are definitely two states alongside Pennsylvania that are going to have very contentious races that are going on there. Okay, those are two places to take note of, especially when the gubernatorial and one Senate candidate going down. TikTok has banned political ads, but nevertheless approved the ads containing inaccurate claims. What kind of claims are we talking about here? Including ads stating patently false claims, that voting days would be extended, that votes in primaries would automatically be counted in the midterms. What the fuck? And the social media account could be used as voter verification. Yo, out of all of those, I could think that the last one using is like, well, I'm verified on TikTok, so can I vote? And it's like, oh my lord. I could actually see somebody doing that. Like, that is so patently retarded. TikTok also approved ads that dismiss the integrity of elections, suggesting that the results could be hacked or were otherwise already pre-decided and discouraged voters from turning out. Yeah, that's that doesn't really shock me. That doesn't really surprise me. And the fact that, yeah, we're just supposed to just, just gonna brush this under the rug and not pay that much attention to it. Totally makes sense. Like, the White House, I don't think that they'll even broach this topic. They're just like, yeah, we love TikTok because that's where we get a bunch of our staffers from. Kind of like this one. Biden welcomes a trans TikToker to Oval Office. Yeah, just like the one with the long nails, that dude who showed up, and it was a meme to hell at the time, okay? Because what was that, during Afghanistan? Yeah, during Afghanistan. Make sure that you go out there and you show your representation by bringing in some fucking weirdo to do some temporary temp works and show up, and then also just take a couple of quick videos for the gram. Fucking cancer AIDS. Biden welcomes trans TikToker to Oval Office after she sparked controversy for saying she will be a mom one day. Yeah, these are the type of people. It's good to know that Joe Biden has company with not having full grasp of their faculties. It's just a shame this is happening in the fucking Oval Office. Viral TikTok star and transgender activist. And these are the type of people that'll never get kicked off of social media. Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ. In the Oval Office to discuss her transition and transgender issues in the United States. The Democrats in today's day and age, like, I'd have to go back and take a look because I hear conflicting reports that, given the certain point in time, Democrats were always fucked in the head, but especially right now because we're living in current day, right? They're missing the mark so fucking bad on multiple issues. Like, trying to take out this whole transgender issue, this affects a fraction of a percentage of people, okay? Are there real transgender people out there? Once you're over the age of 18, once you're of legal age, do whatever the fuck you want with your body. As long as I don't have to pay for it, as long as I don't have to acknowledge that trans women are women, as long as my dick is not being forced to get put into a fucking trans vagina, I don't give a shit. Do whatever the fuck you want. Somebody will find your Adam's apple sexy someday, okay? But Democrats trying to campaign on this whole, oh, we need to restore Roe v. Wade, and oh, transgender people are not real people, but trans women are real women. It's like, this is not compatible with the reality. These are not popular talking points for fucking anybody. So why are you trying to campaign on all this stuff? Just so when you lose, you have the automatic defense that, oh, all of our oppositions are bigots. Yeah, you can go ahead and scream that as loud as you want when 75% of the House is Republican and as many proportional seats are lost in the Senate. Like, have fun crying from outside the club. Like, you put yourself out there. Anyways, Dylan Mulvaney, who documents on the app her firsts as a woman in the series it calls Days of Girlhood. Oh my God, I think I'm getting dumber by reading this. Revealed that she and the members of Now This News were visiting the White House for an interview that will be made public this past Sunday. I don't know when the fuck this is coming out. If it's on YouTube, it's going to be a long fucking time ago. Maybe this visual disease will be unleashed upon the world. I have no fucking idea. I'm ready to step up and show trans people we're not just anywhere, and that trans kids are, oh, you fucking degenerate. They deserve a fighting chance to be their true selves. Yep, we could take a look at the numbers and see the overwhelming spike over the past couple of decades. Well, not couple of decades, the past couple of years, okay? Once all of this trans ideology started to seep into public schools, that all of a sudden all of these kids are starting to identify as trans, non-binary, somewhere on the fucking spectrum, you're fucking up an entire generation of people, okay? Just like the previous generation was all fucked up by having pills pushed on them, and then the generation before mine was all fucked up because their parents were leaving them alone. They were the first generation, at least the overarching generation of latchkey kids, and then the one before that was the sexual revolution. So really, for about 60 to 70 years, people have been real fucked by the system. But this right here, I don't know if it takes the cake. Could be just a prisoner of the moment by just analyzing the situation. But hey, man, this is totally devoid of any human logic, at least in my opinion. The beauty brand, which has more than 1,200 stores across the country. Great. Oh, right. Ulta Beauty. That was right. Yeah, because that's where you've probably seen that dude sit down with a bearded lady and everybody's like, this is fine and okay. Mulvaney, who is living as a woman for less than a year. Great. Couldn't get any traction living as a, actual dude, so that you just decided to buy a bunch of Sharon Osbourne's clothes because you couldn't be asked to take them back across the pond. Fucking who knows. Has been accused of woman faced by some feminists who claim she is play acting in part to being a woman she enjoys while ignoring the misogyny faced by females on a day-to-day basis. Ooh, great. Woke on woke crime. Couldn't be happier to see that. But that's... I want off this earth at this fucking point in time. I see this stuff, it's like, you could mock it. You could make a video out of that stuff, but just letting the fucking video play, I think that's a mockery in and of itself. Turning a digital campaign entitled The Beauty of the podcast 25-year-old TikTok star who just got to go to the fucking Oval Office. Like, Christ almighty, as much as I despise Dave Portnoy, he at least did some good shit during the COVID pandemic, okay? He was keeping small businesses open with, I think it was called the Barstool Fund or some shit like that. He's a hunk of shit human being on multiple different levels, but at least the motherfucker did something good and then justified his interview with Donald Trump in the Oval Office, okay? What has this dude done? Fucking wear a dress? Like, Christ almighty. Unfucking believable. I'm busting my ass for 2 years and I can't even get a couple thousand fucking subscribers. Makes me sick to my fucking stomach. Oh, the company defended Mulvaney in an attempt to quell the online vitriol. At Ulta Beauty, we believe the beauty is for everyone, and we kindly request that everyone be treated with respect on our channels, the company wrote in a statement. We don't give a fuck what you have to say, unless, of course, we get, let's just say, the right activists talking about this stuff, okay? Like we've seen with Kanye West and what's his nuts from fucking Friends there, trying to get him canceled from Adidas and a bunch of different places as well. They'll listen to those fringe ideologues, okay? But when it's just the hateful, bigoted mob that's out there, we don't need to pay attention, okay? Unbelievable. Very passable. Very passable. And got to meet with Biden, too. I bet you he was probably in for a lungful of surprise when he went in for the old customary sniff. It smells like my son! But at this point, nothing's gonna fucking surprise me from that Oval Office. Don't worry, guys. A couple months' time, we're gonna get the first female president, and shit's gonna get even more fucked up. Trust me, bank on that shit. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.